chance to be in front of Jodeci anymore. What can we do? So I said, Budweiser has Spud McKenzie. The Fuji's gonna have a goat. So real talk, I drive from Newark. I was in East Orange. Drive to Newark, New Jersey, to a livestock spot, and I go in there, and Mexican brother, and I said, yo, I said, you got any cows? Because it didn't start off with, because the goat was too little for me. I was like, maybe we could go with a cow. When I got there, because the livestock just looked like a lot of animals. I said, yo, you got a cow? Then he brought me to the cow section, and the cow was too big. And I was like, yo, do you got anything smaller? So he bring me to the back, and yo, I ain't gonna even front, man. I spooked out when I saw that thing. It looked white, it had horns and red eyes, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that, man? And then the Mexican brother's like, chill, man. This is a rare Mexican goat. I said, yo, I said, this thing is cool. And I said, I'll take it, right? So I take the goat, and when I take the goat, I put the goat in my hoopty. The goat is chilling in the back, and I'm in the front. And anybody who's into animals out there, just so you know, you can Google me, like if you Google Wyclef and cannabis lion, you will see me on stage with a lion at the time that I had. I really, really love animals. So, you know, but I want y'all to be like, yo, Clef on some weird animal stuff. So I get back to the hood. Now, when I get to the hood, dude's playing basketball and everything. So I pull up, get out the car, and say, yo, man, you motherfuckers ain't gonna believe what I got in this shit. So they come around the car, you know what I'm saying? And then I open this, what the fuck? And I said, chill, man. This is a rare Mexican. So now, I take the goat out. I take this goat, man. And I don't know if it's because of the hut that I come from in Haiti is just, I love animals. So, but the goat was smelling funky. And I can't go to a Jodeci concert with the goat smelling like that. So, we snuck the goat in the basement, washed the goat, brought the goat back out to the back, and now I took a Fuji t-shirt, which was the promotional t-shirt, which was a green t-shirt. I put it on the goat, and then the t-shirt said Fuji's Booth Bop. Booth Bop was the single that we was promoting. So now I gotta ship the goat to the concert, but the car that I had was too small. You know, we gonna be going from Jersey to New York. So one of my men's at the time, his name was Al. You know, he used to like, you know, drive tag cars. Anybody know what tag cars are out there? Stolen cars. So, you know, at the time he had like a Jeep, you know. So Al comes up and he don't see the goat yet. And I'm like, yo, Al, this is it tonight, man. We opening up for Jodeci. And then, you know, he's like, man, you know, I was with y'all since the beginning. I always believed in y'all, man. I said, I know you do, man. I need you to do me a favor. Because he had a big Jeep. And I was like, yo, I need you to put something in the Jeep so we can ride with you. He goes in the garage saying, what the fuck, man? I'm like, chill, bro, some raw Mexican. We take the goat, put the goat in Al's car. At this time, we head into the Jodeci concert. My group at the time completely thinks that I have lost my mind. Like, my brain is gone. But it's sort of like the movies when you like read about Rome and then you see the Caesar starts to lose his brain and the Senate is like, how are we going to kill this guy? But we can't kill him right now. We all got to act like we with him. He's crazy. We're going to say, yes, sire, but we're going to kill you, sire. That's the kind of vibe the Fugees were giving me. So we get to that place, man. And I remember Jodeci, the superstars, man, pulling in a white limo. I'll never forget this, man. And then they all getting out the limo, and these kids, they swagged up, jewelry looking fresh, nice, and one of them comes out with a white pit bull. And I looked at my crew, and I was like, look, y'all was trying to tell me, don't bring an animal, don't get out of the limo with a pit bull. And they're like, man, they're like, yo, Clef, chill, man. There's a big difference with a goat and a pit bull. But we end up getting a goat in the club through heavy negotiation. Because at that time, you cannot have livestock in a club. You know, you can lose your license. Like, you know what I mean? This is not Cirque du Soleil. So I'm in the club, I'm in the goat with the goat. We backstage waiting to go on. And Fries goes on first, you know, and he starts doing his thing. And then he's like, yo, L, where you at? L, where you at? You know, and Lauren comes out. And I sing, because I'm happy. And I sing, because I'm free. She's killing it. The place going crazy. And they're like, yo, Clef, where you at? Clef, where you at? At this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing like this, you know what I'm saying? And I got my goat on the leash. So, when they're like, Clef, where you at? The goat he's been, like, going with me the whole time, as if he's my friend, you feel me? But at this point, you know, dude feels like, yo, I'm done with you, right? So, I try to, like, when they like, Clef, where you at? I'm like, you gotta go on stage, right? And then the goat just, so I'm like, yo, I didn't see the goat do that. Then he turned this way, and he hits my feet with his comb, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh man, this goes out of control. So now, but this is how much of an extremist I am, right? So I picked the goat up. Right? And then I lightly put the goat on the stage, right? So keep in mind, this goat ain't never heard music in his life. The goat is terrified. The goat just, the minute he gets on stage, keep in mind how I tell you the goat looks. It's a Jodeci concert. All the girls look hot, their hair is big. Nails is nice, they're in the front waiting for Jodeci. And sees out of nowhere a white thing appears with the girls is running back, they're freaking out now. The goat freaks out. And the goat leaves a trail of shit. It's like show business, right? So I tell my group, no matter what happens, the show gotta go on. So we go and shit, and and the girls are so pissed off. At this point, you know, they're like 100 feet back. And they can't believe this shit. It's right now, my hair done, my nails, and they're going like this. And it wasn't a great feeling, because this is not how you want girls to receive you at that age, you know? And so the goat gets off, you know, and I get the goat off. But, and at this time, you know, everyone in the group is saying, you know, that I completely have ruined the group before the group even got started. And then the next day on the radio, you know, all I remember them saying is like, yo, some group called Fudgies. They brought a goat on stage with a t-shirt. They said like, Fuji's and some whoop-bop stuff. It's with some weird stuff. He's from Jersey. But that's really, so to me, equivalent as when I saw Puffy with diapers on promoting Biggie Smalls. So it was like, at the end of the day, it sort of like shows you how sometimes in our brains we go through extreme measures just to make sure that the point we're trying to get across is always there. So for me, whether if it's like running, so if somebody's gonna come at me and they're gonna say, oh, you this, you that, you know, it's gonna take a lot more than that. Because at the end of the day, I want all the kids to believe if you have something in your mind that you want to do and you feel strong about it, as long as it's something positive, because it has to be something positive, then you should definitely go for it. Yeah.
It's better than Jodeci coming out and sucking into goat shit, too.
Well, they cleaned it up. They cleaned it up, but Jodeci, everyone was pissed off. They was mad that night. Shout out to Jodeci, man. I'm sorry, man.